As we know, last season was not the standard of Grambling State in their prestigious history. They were below 500, but there were some bright spots. One thing's for sure, there are a lot of athletes on this team. And with a revamped O-line, stable backs, a new offensive philosophy, and an attacking defense, Grambling State will have something to say. Now, I'm not a Notre Dameist. I can't fully predict what record they may have. But I'll tell you what, they will not disappoint. And if we have all the blue bloods, Jackson State, FAMU, Grambling, Southern, PV, if we have the top schools in the Swac represent and show out, look out, and I'll chime in. What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, peace and love to everyone that's listening. Grambling State. The objective is know who you are. That's the objective this spring. Last season was not the standard of Grambling State, let's be honest. But there was some positive signs. The run game is there. The problem was there were times when Grambling, they want to develop the pass game so much, and it's understandable, that they abandon the run. And when you have multiple backs, I repeat, multiple backs averaging 5+ yards per carry, Maurice Washington did, and really he averaged 7, but I'm talking about the overall rush per attempt stats. Maurice Washington is going to the pros. Hopefully he gets drafted. And now you have Floyd Chalk, who has a promising future from California. He was a freshman last year. The most exciting aspect of Grambling State is that so many young players played. And then a lot of talented players like Tyson Bordeaux and others played a couple games and then redshirted. So they got to get some weight up, learn the system more. And then you have upcoming sophomore in Faisal Wilson, 6'4", 210, 215-ish, who showed promise last season. And I expect them to have a really good sophomore campaign. But here's the number one reason why I'm excited. More quarterbacks. You can't have enough of them. The transfer from Alabama State, Miles Crawley. He looks the part. He has the arm. He just needed to find a home that will cater to his skill sets. And there were times when D. Davis or Demetrius Davis, no matter what you call him, when he was injured, he would step in and show the talent that a lot of people didn't really see. That arm strength is there. And if Hugh Jackson can hone his craft, meaning Miles Crawley, the unthinkable could happen. And I'm not over-exaggerating. What is my favorite quotes I say on Twitter or any social media site? Film don't lie. Every time I watch Miles Crawley, I see a bunch of untapped potential that's not fully unleashed. It's there, but it's not fully unleashed. But let's also not forget about Julian Chavez, who showed moments but also had some growing pains. That's what happens when you start a true freshman on a team that's rebuilding. Those things happen, fumbles, interceptions. It comes with the game. But I think he will improve from last season, as well as Katarius Hawkins. But it will be a quarterback battle. It just, in my opinion, if Miles Crawley can be more consistent on a game-to-game basis, then I think things will bode well for Grambling State. Earlier, I mentioned running backs. Let's not forget Chance Williams. He's a running back, but he's really an athlete. You can put him in a slot. You can put him all over the place. Kick return. He's a blazer. Look for him to get more involved. Ryan Pippins, the speedster, he will be involved in this offense. So when I'm naming names, you hear the talent. And if you've seen them play, you know they got the skills. It's all about executing the offense. There were times last season when Grambling State had multiple players open. It's just the wrong route, the wrong read, and those are the current problems of rebuilding teams. And you could tell Hugh Jackson was frustrated, but he also knew at the same time, this will take time. But I cannot wait to see the young players flourish. I can't wait to see my dog Tyson Bordeaux. And I'm not just saying because I'm cool with his family, but he was 17 years old as a freshman. You know he's going to gain weight. He has a size 6'5", and he's still growing mass and strength. When it all comes together, you hear me now, you're going to look back and say, man, I'm glad we recruited this brother. But lastly, for Grambling State to be a Swac contender, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the defense. The defense has to be more consistent on getting third down stops. Speed is never a problem with Grambling. I see the speed. I watched the Jackson State game last season when they played against Grambling State. I was at that game. Everyone was saying they have the talent. They just got to – it's all about common sense. Knowing the right coverage, knowing where you need to go, knowing what the opposing offense's tendencies are so you can make a critical third down stop. If they get that rectified, who knows? But shout out to Hugh Jackson. Shout out to the coaches, his coaching staff that he has hired. I'm going to make more videos, but this is just an introduction. Grambling State, if they could just be a lot better, above 500, that's the goal. Now, I know Grambling fans, they want to win the Swac, and I don't blame them. But as a starting goal for them, it should be above 500 and winning the games that they should win. But this is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Stay blessed and I'm out.